Happy Friday, everyone. I'm posting this video to answer questions asked by somebody who commented on my short the other day. SquizyOG, at 25 years old, signing up for an 88 mic MOS, which is motor operator or motor transporter operator. Don't really know much about the MOS itself. I know that I've worked with a lot of 88 mics in the motor pool. I guess that's one thing to tell SquizyOG is that he's going to be working a lot in the motor pool. But he's 25 years old, just signed up for the Army. He's not going to be shipping until January of next year. So, I mean, you have some time. One thing that I highly recommend, and this is not saying it lightly, is that you want to make sure that you're somewhat in shape. I know, like, once you go to boot camp, which more than likely might be Fort Leonard Wood, which I came from Fort Leonard Wood not too long ago, not because I just got out of boot camp or anything. I guess my whole story, this would take like multiple videos and whatnot, but I was active for about 12 years, and then I got out for about a year, a little over a year, because I wanted to transition into the National Guard, and that didn't work out. Long story short, they didn't give me what I wanted, which was an active AGR position. I know that's it's active guard reserve. So they kind of they sold me a dream on a silver platter, but that's all it ever was a dream, because getting into AGR, I mean, that's a whole nother freaking story there. But I got out of there, went into the reserves for about a few months. I tried to get the same thing through them, and it's like, this isn't working out. I got to go back active. So that's kind of this whole mess in a nutshell. I mean, the details itself is pretty ridiculous, but not to get sidetracked from answering the question for SquizyOG. Yes, you definitely want to get in shape, man. I know, like, once you get shipped out to boot camp, it's going to be in the winter time, so it does get cold in Fort Leonard Wood. I didn't even know that. Like, I'm just like, it shouldn't be too bad. It's down in Missouri. Like, how the heck can it get that cold? But it does. It gets pretty cold. So, I mean, you won't have to worry about that so much, because the Army is going to provide you with all necessary clothing and equipment for you to stay warm. Another thing that I highly recommend is that you don't overdress yourself if you're not used to the cold, because you're going to be very active. You're going to be running around, doing drills, doing exercises. You're going to be getting yelled at most of the time. So that's another thing. Hopefully you have some thick skin, because there's going to be a lot of yelling. And they're going to be in your face yelling. I don't know how it is now. Like, I got a small glimpse of how boot camp is, basic training. Because I've been in for over 12 years, so my boot camp was literally back in March of 2012. So a lot's changed since then. It was pretty bad when I went through, and the advice that I'm giving you is going to be very helpful, because I was not prepared for that whole situation. It was just crazy. I didn't exercise, so I was out of shape. So that was a mistake on my part, which I paid the price for. They had the shark attack. From what I've been hearing, the newly named Department of War is bringing back the old school basic training. I don't know what that necessarily means, how far back they're going to go to bring back some of those traditions or whatnot. I don't know. All I know is that they're going to make basic a little harder, because when I went through, it wasn't as tough as I remember that it was. So yeah, That's one big piece of advice. Get some thick skin because you're going to be getting yelled at. You're going to be told to do exercises until your arms fall off or whatever. So, I mean, it is quite an experience, especially if you're not expecting it or anticipating it. Um, but, do your research, research your MOS, see what you're going to be doing. From what I heard from the little bit of research that I've done, the 88 Mike's school is in Fort Leonard Wood. So what's going to happen is that you're going to ship out, do basic, and after that, your AIT is like right there in the same base. So you're going to be going to school for 88 Mike in Fort Leonard Wood, more than likely. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong on that, but so you're going to be doing that. Um, yeah, make sure that you follow instructions to the T. Um, the Army, I only know about the Army more specifically. Pay attention to detail, listen to instructions, and follow them to the letter. That's the best way that I could tell you that for you to be, going under the radar. You don't want to bring unwanted attention to yourself. It just doesn't go well to be singled out, and yeah, to always be singled out is going to be bad. So yeah, definitely listen to everything that's told, and that just meet those expectations. And if you have an opportunity to be like a squad leader or be in a leadership position, especially within the platoon itself, definitely volunteer for it. I know that they do give awards for people that step up and do those kind of positions. They give promotions depending on what your rank is when you first get in. So, from my understanding, if you have like a certain amount of college credits, you can get placed in as an E3. If you have a bachelor's degree, you'll be a specialist E4. I do have other recommendations if you do have a degree, like a bachelor's degree, but that's going to take too much time. I'm already taking too much time as it is, but yeah, I just wanted to give you some insight on what to expect. I know when I went back to Leonard Wood during my transition back active, I sat next to a guy who was going into basic, and he was like in his early 30s. His name was Zach. I do remember his name. So I was like on a 3-hour bus ride, filling him in with all the details that I possibly could about what to expect from basic training, which I'm not going to be able to do like a 3-hour video. Yeah, I'd say get in shape, do some research on your job, do some research on the AFT, that's the Army Fitness Test, because you're going to be doing a lot of that. You're going to be practicing for it. You're going to go through a few AFT test runs before you actually officially take the AFT, which kind of changed over time. It just recently changed. They took out an event, which was the ball throw, from the AFT. I'm actually going to be grading an AFT next week, so I'll give you more details as far as like the changes that have been made. So yeah, do some research on the AFT. Make sure that you go through like the exercises, what the expectations are. Look at your age on the grading chart and see what you need to score. How many repetitions of each exercise for you to score at least the minimum. But definitely strive for better. Better is always, it's going to make you look good. You can't go wrong with it. So, yeah, get in shape, do research, learn your Army values, learn your soldier's creed, because they're going to be drilling that into your brain like from day 0 till you graduate and beyond. So learn the soldier's creed, and if you want to be super high speed, learn the NCO creed. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to set you vastly apart from your peers, because from my experience, I don't know, for the most part, nobody likes to really take the initiative. And if you're that guy that wants to be a go-getter and you want to get stuff done and you want to go far in this career, yes, be proactive and do research, learn that information that I just gave you. Google videos on basic training, especially the more recent ones. So you definitely want to know what to expect. Just looking at those videos, and yeah, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of yelling, unfortunately. So however you can deal with that, you're just gonna have to tune most of it out. Like, don't let it get to you, and just absorb the information that's given and meet those expectations. That's the best advice I could possibly give to you to make your time in basic training a lot easier. Be proactive. Be a go-getter out there, man. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. I mean, yeah, it'll get you some attention as well from the drill sergeants, but they're gonna be looking at you as the example. You know, if for you to be that guy, to do extra, to be the example, to demonstrate that you do have the qualities to be a great, outstanding soldier, it's gonna just make you look good, man. I think that's the best start that you could possibly have. And there's a lot more information once you make it through basic and AIT and all that. Just know that you're going to be heavily restricted. I don't know how they do things now exactly, but you know, once you get there, they're going to strip you down. They're going to be taking any contraband from your luggage or baggage. So you can't bring anything like weapons, knives, cigarettes, tobacco, nicotine. Like, all of that stuff goes out the window as soon as you get to Leonard Wood. And if you're the type of person that likes long hair, I'm sorry. they're gonna shave you down, man. You're gonna be running around with the shaved head for a while. So if you do have long hair, I'm sorry. But yeah, just don't do anything stupid, because you're just gonna make your life hell. And the last thing that you want is to be stuck as a recycle in basic training. I can't even imagine the misery that is. But yeah, definitely don't fail. Don't be that guy to be disobedient. Just be the example, you know. Be the stellar soldier that you can be. And just like the old army advertisements that used to play back in the day, be all you can be. So if you have any more questions, I'm here to answer them. But hopefully you see this video. I know it's ridiculously long, but hey, I'm here to help, you know. And I got a lot more information beyond that. So, you know, you can ask me and I'll get it for you. All right. Have a great day. Bye.